Brock Lesnar returned to the WWE in 2012 and has been booked as an unstoppable monster ever since. During his first run from 2002 to 2004, he was also booked as a slightly more stoppable but still fairly unstoppable monster. In both of these runs, he's won world titles, Royal Rumbles, and pretty much every match he's been a part of. But a few wrestlers have had the honor of pinning the Beast, many of which even had their careers made by doing so. Here are 10 WWE wrestlers who beat Brock Lesnar clean, starting with number 10, John Cena.
Brock Lesnar! Oh, man! Lesnar!
When Brock Lesnar finally came back to the WWE in 2012, fan interest was off the charts. His legendary run from 2002 to 2004 saw high-quality match after high-quality match, featuring an athlete capable of performing moves like no one in history. So how did WWE capitalize on this? They had him lose his first match to the man fans rebelled against the most, John Cena. It made sense as WWE wasn't convinced Brock would stick around and didn't want him to get away without first losing to the main company man. But from a fan's perspective, this was a terrible decision.
Cena, right hand! Cena with a chain to the skull!
Number 9, Triple H.
Are you kidding me? On the steel steps!
Continuing the silly decision to have Brock lose one of his first matches back in a decade, WWE decided to have him put over Triple H at WrestleMania 29. Considering Triple H was essentially a part-time worker at this point, it really made you wonder what the hell they were thinking. Even if Brock was only going to stick around for a bit, why on earth would you have him lose to a part-time wrestler? It was silly then, and it's even sillier in hindsight. What did Triple H do with the added heat of winning this match? Not a damn thing. Well done, WWE.
And again off the shoulder this time!
Number 8, Goldberg.
No fear from Goldberg. A spear! Goldberg hit Lesnar with a spear!
Now we're talking. This was some of the most clever booking WWE has ever pulled off. When Goldberg came back to the WWE in 2016, most fans thought it was going to be a short but fun nostalgia run. Maybe we'd get some spears, a couple jackhammers, and some wins over the likes of Dolph Ziggler. But when it was announced that Goldberg would face Brock Lesnar at that year's Survivor Series, not a single fan on planet Earth thought Goldberg stood a chance. Maybe it would be a competitive back and forth match, but no matter what, Brock would win in the end. Except none of that happened. It wasn't even a competitive match. Brock did not win in the end. 2 spears, 1 jackhammer, Goldberg wins again.
And then a second spear!
Number 7, Roman Reigns.
Lesnar's lifted up the ring with Roman Reigns in it! With a damn tractor!
Oh wow, have these two wrestled before? You'd have to think with 1,000 pay-per-view headliners Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar have been a part of, Roman would eventually win one of them. After being unsuccessful facing Lesnar at 2 different WrestleMania main events, Roman finally pinned Brock clean in the main event of SummerSlam 2018. It truly seemed like WWE was lost with this feud, as things out of their control such as Brock playing hardball with his contract and the fans rejecting Reigns as their hero affected the storyline. Brock had an amazing dominant run as champion, but WWE truly did not know who else could possibly beat him and defaulted to Roman getting another shot. Funnily enough, fans were just as disappointed here as they would have been with Roman winning the initial match.
And Reigns with a spear!
Number 6, Seth Rollins.
Look at a rally! Stop to Lesnar!
While Rollins won his first world title by taking it away from Brock Lesnar, he did so by pinning Roman Reigns in the famous WrestleMania 31 cash-in. He wound up pinning Lesnar for real in the opening match of WrestleMania 35 in an effort from WWE to have fans truly accept Rollins as a main event player. It boosted Seth short-term, but long-term, fans defaulted back to seeing Brock as the top dog of WWE and Seth as a part-time main eventer. To Rollins' credit, he eventually found his way to permanent stardom with his flashy character and sing-along song, but his first major clean victory in WWE was against the Beast.
Seth Rollins is the Universal Champion!
Number 5, Drew McIntyre.
Claymore!
In early 2020, WWE was hell-bent on getting Drew McIntyre over as a main event player. Fans weren't really resisting him the way they did Roman Reigns and John Cena, and everything was lining up nicely for this plan to unfold. To capitalize on it, WWE had Drew eliminate Lesnar from that year's Royal Rumble en route to winning the entire match. After the pandemic shut things down, Drew defeated Lesnar in that year's WrestleMania to win his first world title and officially begin his era. We'll never truly know if this was a star-making performance for Drew, as headlining the Thunderdome era didn't allow fans to make noise for Drew the way they normally would. Still, he beat the Beast clean, and that's all we need to know for this list. Number 4, Cody Rhodes.
Decorating. Look at Cody Rhodes!
If you went back to Brock's return in 2012 and told me that Cody Rhodes would be one of the few to beat him clean, I'd have sent you away to think about your lies. But the superstar that Cody has turned into in 2023 needed to beat Brock. It made sense in every aspect of WWE's storytelling. That said, he needed to face adversity and defy the odds. Cody did just that, getting the tar beaten out of him for weeks before finally pinning Brock in the main event of Backlash. This was one of the wins that felt like it truly helped elevate another star and firmly planted Cody in the main event scene as far as the fans were concerned.
Correctly. Cody Rhodes! Cody Cutter!
Number 3, Kurt Angle.
Look at this, right in the gut. Again, there it is, right there.
During Brock's initial run from 2002 to 2004, he was absolutely unstoppable, just not to the same level he's been since his 2012 return. He sold a little bit more and was amazing at that, by the way. He could lose, and though it wasn't often, it wasn't completely off the table the way it's been in his current run. After losing to Brock in the main event of WrestleMania in 2003, Angle got a legitimate win back at SummerSlam, taking the title away from Brock and forcing him to submit, something the Beast had yet to do in WWE. He later tapped out to Chris Benoit in a Survivor Series elimination match, but those 2 occasions may have been the only time the Beast has submitted in his entire pro wrestling career. And speaking of that, number 2, Chris Benoit. Though it wasn't in a one-on-one match, Chris Benoit forced Brock Lesnar to tap out to the Crippler Crossface at Survivor Series 2003. This was a 5-on-5 elimination match featuring Brock's mammoth team of himself, A-Train, The Big Show, Nathan Jones, and Matt Morgan versus Benoit, Kurt Angle, John Cena, Hardcore Holly, and APA Bradshaw. APA Bradshaw actually eliminated A-Train after a clothesline from hell. Awesome. Anyway, after Brock tapped out to Benoit, Cena lastly eliminated The Big Show after a massive attitude adjustment, then known as the FU, in his first major win as a babyface. Honorable mentions. The Big Show and Eddie Guerrero have famously taken the WWE title away from Brock Lesnar. However, both of these wins are marred with controversy, as the Big Show had Paul Heyman's treachery and a steel chair to assist his win. Eddie had not only the title belt, but a fully jacked up 2004 Goldberg to help him win the title. The Undertaker also finally beat Brock at SummerSlam 2015, but it was surrounded with controversy as the Beast never truly gave up that match. Number 1, Goldberg the first time.
Ring post to the shoulder. Another spear.
The whole premise of building Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg in 2016 was based off of their initial match way back at WrestleMania 20 in 2004. Both men were on their way out of the company, and between the two of them, they barely cared at all about this match. It was just something that they needed to do before they got on with their lives. The fans knew this due to the internet buzzing about it in the days leading up to the match. The competitors didn't care, the fans didn't care. Hell, special referee Stone Cold Steve Austin barely cared. I'm joking, Austin definitely cared. Austin stunners to both men were the highlight of this match. It goes down in history as Brock losing cleanly to Goldberg. That concludes our list of WWE wrestlers who have beaten Brock Lesnar clean. Who did we miss? Let us know in the comments below.